That's my cousin. My very, very gay cousin who used to work as a parade organizer at Disneyland, now works on Carnival Cruise Line, and carries around a giant bobblehead of Bill Clinton. This is my cousin.
Well, too bad that everybody who is not here for the pre-show will never see it, because now we start the show with hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, a wine Keyframe wonder about random drivel. And today with us once again, the AWKWARDie, aka Lauren. No, Lauren, aka never mind.
We've had this show.
Too many names. She has too many names. She's a Lauren, she's an Abby, she's a Roadie.
It's AWKWARDie. AWKWARDie. One name. Two parts, one name.
But yeah, for Abby, since it has been a while since you have been here, and maybe somebody is joining for the first time, let the people know, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
I am Keys, sister from another mister. I am an animator, character designer, artist, extraordinary person. No, I'm not that vain. Basically, and I'm officially also part of the Team Fortress 2 cast, so that's fun too.
That's also true.
Yay, and you'll get plagued with all those questions as well. Welcome.
Yeah, let's see if we get any questions for that today. Let's see who.
We might ignore it after all. Unless it's specific for you, then I guess we make an exception.
We have to be like, no, she's special. We'll accept the pony questions. But you know what, Lauren? I'm sure you know this because you know us. We're boring people. So we bring guests on to make us seem less boring and live vicariously through our guests' lives. So tell us, how you doing? Please tell us your week was eventful.
What's going on in your life?
Well, I started a new job, so that one's exciting. But I can't. The problem is I can't say much about it because there's a lot that's in development right now. So it's all hush hush. But it's a lot of fun, and I basically am a character designer now, like officially, like a professional one at a company. So that's exciting, and I get to be a huge spearhead for that. So.
You liking the rain, Lauren? Tell us about the rain.
Oh, I am loving the rain. I am loving swimming outside every 2 feet. I am loving the fact that my garage is flooding. I am loving every aspect of this. I'm loving that it's cold. I'm loving that it's wet. I'm loving that it's basically Portland 2.0.
Tell us how you really feel, man. Christ.
I know. I know. Californians. I know. The worst we're dealing with is the cold and the rain. I know we cannot really complain when there's a polar vortex going on right now. But yeah. So I mean, otherwise, it's like, yeah, it's been kind of just staying warm, staying dry, and watching Super Bowl commercials before Super Bowl actually happens. By the way, happy Super Bowl Sunday, people. Except we don't really care about Super Bowl.
I don't have a TV. Nor do I care about football.
The only thing that matters to me are the commercials and the fact that Sweet Victory will be played during halftime show. So
wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear? So apparently, I think Maroon 5 slipped it into their teaser for their performance at halftime. There is a split-second clip between, they have static transitions in their teaser for their show, and for a 0.5 seconds, you see there is a clip of SpongeBob, just him, and then it goes away. So it's been rumored that it was rumored, and now it's confirmed that Sweet Victory was going to be played during halftime in honor of Steven Hillenburg. And because so many people wanted it to happen, I guess Maroon 5 is honoring that. So
wait a fucking minute. We still don't have Weird Al for a halftime show, and yet we're going to put a SpongeBob song in the fucking halftime show?
Progress. Baby steps.
Look, the only thing that would make that better
is amazing.
Look, the only thing that would make that fucking better is if Maroon 5 all come out dressed up as fucking Robbie Rotten. Just envelop themselves in meme. Exactly. But yeah, that was all in your week. Nothing happened in my life. I was boring and putting pictures of Jenna Marble's dog into ANY's chat room and hearing people complain about how ugly they are.
Oh yeah, rightfully so.
They are not ugly. They are precious.
They kind of are.
How dare you? I don't know why you think they're ugly. They're little Italian greyhound babies.
Only one of them is really, really ugly. The other one is just part of an ugly race.
I mean, you said specifically in a call yesterday that there's something wrong with the Chihuahua. Like, that was the first thing that came out. You were talking, and then mid-sentence, when I posted the picture, you were like, there is something wrong with that dog in the middle. And then,
that was actually not me.
Was that not
Nope.
you? Really? Who was it then? There were like 12
We had a
people in
lot
that
of
call.
people in that call, yeah.
Speaking of which, talk about you had a highlight yesterday.
Oh, yes, I certainly did. Believe it or not, dear viewers, I produced content.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
No, it has really been like, what was it, 9 months?
This is the baby born from a 9-month gestation period.
Oh, it kind of is, isn't it? No,
Yeah.
after two and a half editors running off into the sunset and leaving me behind with this video, I finally found new editors, and the new That Stupid is out. And yeah, if you want to know why Superman is stupid, I guess link down below. I mean, it's not the same channel, probably the last video that came out before that one, but now, no, oh, there was Terraria in between. But yeah, New That Stupid, I personally like it very much. I mean, I'm not too proud of every That Stupid, but that one was fun.
I mean, you better be proud of it given how long it took to come out. Like, Christ.
Yeah, I mean, this is the other thing that you always have the issue of, if it takes forever, people might get the usual thing of, if something takes forever, the hype and the expectation gets too high. But I mean, it's not like I worked on this video for 9 months. The script was written 9 months ago, and then the editing just came along.
Well, you know what? It's great that you returned with such a nice, funny, punchy thing. Can't wait for 2 weeks from now when we hear about fat shaming and glorification.
That's very true. That's very true.
Boy. But did anything else happen to you?
You're asking like I should remember something.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, this is a sincere question.
Was your life as boring as mine, like the host's life usually is?
You bet it is. I mean, I made it to the cinema yesterday, but that's something for the medium or media section.
Well, yeah, because, well, folks, we are nothing but creatures that derive only enjoyment of our bleak, meaningless lives through the media that we consume. So let's go into media. Lauren, you've been playing a video game recently.
I like them video games.
And I like being well informed.
Danky Kangs. No.
Your media is Donkey Kong.
No. We're obviously going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts, the ultimate release this week, right?
Yeah, part 2 recently came out, didn't it?
3.
Yeah, that's what I said. Part 4.
Part 2.5. They were joking the game was at Kingdom Hearts 2.9. It was like not exactly 3. But no, and I haven't finished the game because I work and I drive 2 hours to work and 2 hours back, so I don't have as much time to sit and actually play the game. But I did get to play it till 1 a.m. last night, so that's something.
That's what weekends are for, right?
You people, what is wrong with you? I would not know any firsthand experience of playing games into the ungodly hours.
That's the only time I have to play it. Otherwise, it's like, hey, I have a sibling that usually takes up time and can spend his whole days off playing it. I cannot. So I'm hopeful whenever I have the opportunity to play on the console that I help pay for.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining you coming in. Ryan, Dad said it's my turn on the Xbox.
But it was, but I basically had the whole thing to myself last night, so I made a lot of progress, which is good. So what I can vouch so far, the bosses are, they're tricky, but nowhere near as tricky as the other games. I don't know. I feel like it's something where I die a few times or whatever with some bosses, but once you get the hang of the whole fighting system and how it's set up now, it's so much more player friendly that they have constant power-ups and abilities like constantly being thrown at you that you can use to fight your battles, and like the summons, the attraction, I think they're called, what were they, the attraction attacks, which are the ones that are based off of, theme park attractions. So they have like the Mad Teacups, they have a pirate ship, they got an astral blast.
This game is so dorky.
Huh?
This game is so dorky.
Oh, it is.
I'm just saying, how would you describe Kingdom Hearts to someone who's never played the damn thing?
Darkness into darkness and Disney.
I mean, it is essentially what, Final Fantasy mixed with Disney, or something like that.
That's the best way to sum it up. It really is, because it is weaving in characters from the Final Fantasy series, and you're mixing them with Disney.
Oh yeah, that's Squeenix.
Yeah, Squeenix. But it was, but no, how I see it with the third game, it does the best job at weaving the stories of each of the Disney and Pixar worlds. Now we can say Pixar is part of it, which is great, but it does a much better job of incorporating the stories in each of those worlds into the actual storyline of Kingdom Hearts, rather than having them be offshoots of the game. So, where it's like, where the plot of Frozen, for example, doesn't tie into whatever's happening outside of their world. Everything ties into one or another, which is good. So, anyway, sorry.
So the crossover conspiracies between Frozen and Tarzan are true now.
Yeah. Lauren, who's
the
the darkness boss in the Winnie the Pooh universe?
I haven't gotten to Winnie the Pooh yet, so...
Because I know...
General Grievous. And he greets Christopher Robin with...
General Kenobi.
Exactly.
No, because I've seen specifically the Frozen scenes. Like, I just watching the cutscenes of any Kingdom Hearts game is the most hilarious shit. Especially because like Lauren said, they basically weave stuff from the movies into the games. So if you've ever wanted to watch the Let It Go song sequence with Goofy and Donald placed in there, looking up, being like, huh? It's Elsa! Or like fucking...
When I watched Frozen, this was my song.
And in this game, we can take selfies with Disney characters now. So you want to do that, because you get your gummy phone. So you have a gummy chip and you have a gummy phone that takes selfies.
Why would you even need to go to Disneyland anymore? I mean, you can meet all the characters there. You can take selfies with them. It's basically the same.
It's like,
by the way, Toy Story World is a heck of a lot of fun. The toy box, it's a whole lot of fun. Very nostalgic, and I know it's not Tom Hanks and Tim Allen as Woody, but I think it's their respective voice actors from other Toy Story video games that I know I have, like CD-ROM games and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool that they're as close to the real deal as you can hear. If it's not the real deal, they're this close to the real deal as you can get, and it's really cool to see all the characters interacting with Sora, and it's wholesome. It's just really wholesome.
I think one of my favorite moments from the Big Hero 6 world is that they have to disguise themselves. Like, they can't say exactly who they are. So Sora looks over on a computer screen and sees their title, Big Hero 6, and it's like, we are Keyblade Hero 3. and out of all the responses you can give, besides Donald being like, what the fuck did you just say? Is Goofy being like, but Sora, Donald and I don't have Keyblades? And this is the actual voice of Goofy. Like, Goofy movie Goofy. Hearing saying, but Sora, we don't have Keyblades. That will never not be fucking hilarious to hear Goofy say fucking anime terms like Keyblade.
It's also the fact of when you have King Mickey saying stuff like that, like, Aqua got pulled into the darkness.
Look, people, just watch Jello Apocalypses, so this is basically Kingdom Hearts. It's the perfect description of all of that. But
I guess link down below.
But yeah,
I think the channel's called Just a Pancake. You've seen them like try to sum up the Kingdom Hearts games, where they just do, Xehanort just like darkness into darkness, and Roxas being like, okay, I believe you. Every time, over and over again. And then also Yen said, actually, my name backwards is Diz, and they always cut him off.
But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. You finally got it, folks. Wait 12 years for the next
years
one.
Of waiting, y'all. 14 years.
So Lauren, what would you say? For who should play this game? What do people expect? Who would you recommend it to, and who would you say stay away from it? Or is it basically if you have played the first two, you will play the third one anyways? Or
I feel like if you're gonna be super nitpicky about the game, don't play it.
Well, I haven't played one of the first two. I guess I don't play the third one now either.
But I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna nitpick everything, I can clearly tell what they tried to do is they tried to simplify everything so that it's like, it's easier to follow the story because so much goes on in the course of the Kingdom Hearts series. And so they do their best to try and like sum up everything, and I feel like they did a pretty good job in trying to sum it up, at least so far of what I've been able to tell. Because I know the whole thing with Heartless and Nobodies, and then Maleficent and Pete. How are they weaving back into this story? I think they kind of get. It looks like they kind of get thrown off to the side, a bit early on in this game so far. But if you really love Disney, the whole Disney world. Like you love Pixar, you love Disney, and I think they do a really great job of incorporating the characters into the storylines, or at least into the ones that they weave Sora, Donald, Goofy into as part of that world, and then weaving in everything else going on outside of that story, so that everything kind of threads together a lot cleaner than in the previous games. So I say if you want to, it's just a fun ride for me overall, that I really love it. And it's fun to explore all the different, different abilities and battling styles. And I think it's just everything's become a lot more powerful, not too OP, but a lot more powerful and a lot more exploratory in what the Keyblades can do and what you can do during battle. So I say if you want to absolutely do not be a first-time player coming in.
Okay. This is one of
and we get to the crux of this.
Yes. So basically,
don't say I can't play any of the other games because you're gonna get lost. They do try to sum up the story as best as possible, but please play the other games before you try to at least play 1 and 2 before you get into number 3.
At least play 1 and 2 before number 3. So basically play the entire series. I get it.
No. There's isn't there 4 games in between all the actual 1 and 2 and 3?
And I'm gonna be the person to say it. Chain of Memories, the gameplay sucks ass. Just majorly sucks ass. I hate it. So
I think he's more concerned with the fact that it's wait, there's more than just 3 games.
They're all the in-betweener filler games.
Oh yeah, so there's Kingdom Hearts 1 from 2002, then Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, the game that she just described as fantastic, then Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2007, then Kingdom Hearts Coded, then Kingdom Hearts 558/2 Days, then Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, then Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, then Kingdom Hearts X, then Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, and now Kingdom Hearts 3.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm the thing is, because of that whole story that threads through all the games, and all the filler games are trying to they basically try to fill the spaces of where the main games of 1 and 2 didn't fill in. So that's what it pretty much is. But so that's why it's going into 3. Let's say you have a little kid that wants to play it. The gameplay is not hard for them to learn, but the story, you kind of have to thread it through from the first game up to this game. So that's why the story is a really, really long and complicated one to follow, but they do try to sum it up in the third game. So I would say not newbie friendly in terms of story, because you have to know what's going on. But in terms of gameplay, I don't see it as too difficult for anybody new who wants to try it and has never played the other games before. It's not hard to get into.
Fair.
But thanks, Twist. So it was like with Chain of Memories, it's basically you're playing a card game while playing a video game. You're moving by playing cards, but you're having to react in real time to attacks coming at you while you're playing cards.
That's a weird combo.
It's stupid.
We still talking about
exactly.
So, we still talking about Square Enix presents House of Mouse?
Pretty much. But yeah, we can move on to, let's say, yours.
Oh, do we really want to move on from Kingdom Hearts to what mine is?
Yes.
There's a Netflix documentary series out about a serial killer.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy, baby. But no, I really love documentaries, and I really like crime stuff. I fucking love mysteries and real-time crime shows and all that kind of stuff. I kind of watch way too much Law & Order SVU as a 4 or 5-year-old than what a 4 or 5-year-old should probably watch. But anyways, Ted Bundy. So apparently there is a movie coming out from the same director as the person who's making this Netflix series starring Zac Efron as Ted Bundy that already got released in Sundance and stuff. I don't know when it's coming out to the public.
Starting to make the rounds. Yeah.
But I want to see it. But to satiate me, they have Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy Archives, where it's a 4 or 5-part series on Netflix where it's all the archival recordings and interviews with Ted Bundy and talking about not just his murders, but also how he lured the victims in. Like, people, even his own defense team have described him as the pure embodiment of evil. And the thing is, he was known as, when you think of the modus operandi of a serial killer, most people, or at least modern serial killers, you think of Ted Bundy or what people base, like Hannibal Lecter is partially based on Ted Bundy. At least the movie version, and probably the book version, because the book didn't come out till 2 years after Ted Bundy was put under the death sentence. But what's really interesting is that the spine of this documentary series is the final interview, I think, that they did. And the interviewer realized that doing the traditional jailhouse-style interview was leading to nowhere with someone like Ted Bundy, because he would just weave a different narrative. So what he did is got Ted Bundy to just talk about himself. So Ted goes into this overanalyzation of his own self, like Hannibal Lecter. Mm-hmm. And it's fucking intriguing how that's what everything is weaved into, and seeing people getting interviewed talking about he's too handsome to be a serial killer. Because that's the thing. The way that he lured his victims was presenting a way of charisma, because he was a law student. He was this really sophisticated guy. He would bring people in under a false sense of security as like an authority figure, like a fireman or something, or be like, oh, I'm hurt. And then would do the crazy shit, like killing. I mean, he's identified to have killed over 30 people, though it's theorized that his death count could be in the hundreds. And
he admitted to like 30 murders.
He admitted to 30.
But that doesn't mean that it only stopped at 30.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence that could place him with hundreds of murders. It's like John Wayne Gacy, except Ted Bundy didn't dress up as a
You are far too enthusiastic talking about this, but please continue.
But no, like, it's just interesting. And also, just the story of going through what Ted was and what he did. This is a man who escaped prison twice. Mm-hmm. And the first time, he jumped out of a window and he planned it because he served as his own attorney. And he was like, I would like to go to the court library to assume my case. Went behind a bookshelf, jumped off the second-story window, and dragged himself away with a sprained ankle. And then the second time, he made it all the way from Utah to fucking Florida. Like, how? But then he caused his own problem by his own fucking idiocy. Because what did he think to do when he got out of crime? Let me go into a sorority house and kill 4 people in under 15 minutes. Like,
this reminds me of what's the Party Hard.
Yeah, and you want to know one of the pieces of this makes me laugh, but it shouldn't, because someone died. But one of the pieces of evidence that got him one of his death sentences, because he got sentenced to death 4 times, was they were able to keep in mind all this stuff happened in the 70s. Forensic evidence was not mature. Mm-hmm. They were able to match his dental records with a bite he left on one of his victims' buttocks.
Oh, God.
Which, by the way, that means
that really
bit down hard enough to leave a full tooth impression. Which, ow. There's only a certain threshold where that goes from okay to painful, and it's even worse when it's a serial killer. And then, which I don't know, I just find that funny. It's like, so you really bit yourself in the ass by biting someone else in the ass.
Hey.
But I really recommend people watch this because, you know, you think of like modern movie killers and villains like Hannibal Lecter and just these sociopathic embodiments and how they project charisma, but they're completely cold-hearted bastards. Even himself has described him as one of the coldest son of a bitches you'll ever meet. And it all dives down to Ted and his stories, and hearing himself talk about himself is frightening and intriguing, and it's a 5-part series, and you can just keep it on in the background and it's just wonderful. Well, because it's a very well edited together archival footage documentary. You don't need the visuals for it. It makes it better. But if you're someone who plays a video game while listening to things, you won't lose anything by just listening. I really recommend it. Fucking Netflix has come out with a lot of great documentaries, and I hope to see how they do him in a dramatization thing with Zac Efron and John Malkovich, Haley Joel Osment, and God, they got so many famous people for this movie about Ted Bundy. A lot of people want to talk about Ted Bundy, and I'm not helping. But yeah, so go see this on Netflix. It's really good. You won't waste your time.
Well, from, I guess, wholesome Kingdom Hearts Disney goodness to Ted Bundy to wholesome Disney goodness.
No, you finally saw Wreck-It Ralph 2.
It only now came out in cinema in Germany.
Oh, so wow, they waited.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you recall I was last year I was like Incredibles, which came like 4 months later out in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I actually.
You were hell-bent on seeing it in London because it came out earlier.
Exactly. What was it, like 4 months earlier? I went to when I was in Britain for CoxCon. I watched it, and it took another. And I'm like, Disney. 2019, we have the internet for 20 years now. Pirating is still a thing, and you are really, really encouraging everybody to do it when you pull this kind of shit. And I mean, they don't do this with the Marvel movies. It must be something in the Disney, in the PR department of Disney's animated stuff, but I don't get it. They really wanna lose out on viewers, I guess.
No idea.
But yeah. I finally got to see it. And I have to say, here's a controversial thought. Wreck-It Ralph is the inside out of internet movies.
That's not too far off.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, but because it obviously doesn't have as many extremely abstract concepts to work with, like a literal chamber of abstract thinking or a train of thoughts, which then is a real train. Those kind of stuff.
Symbolism.
But yeah, they still go with the abstract elements they have in the internet and play along with them. Like, what did they do? They have like spam, who are all programs are basically personified. So you have spam, who are who are people with personalities. You have algorithms, who are people with personalities.
I love the algorithm. I love Yas. She's so cute.
Yeah, and it's funny because everyone was like thinking, oh, I don't trust this character. She comes in, she's too likable or whatever. I don't trust her, and then you end up feeling like worse later when you're like, oh, she's actually okay. The first movie had left us so shook.
not to mention, it's this is not a Pixar, is it? No, but it's
No, this is Disney.
We have been trained by Pixar to always suspect this character to be the bad guy because it
Exactly.
always is in every Pixar movie. But yeah,
A twist villain.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, what I also have to say, without going into spoiler territories, just keep it vague. I also have to say that the final message of the movie, what they go for in the ending, is actually surprisingly mature, and they don't they don't backpedal on it. They don't backpedal. Often enough, you have this like big speech and the big moment of epiphany, and the heroes learned their lesson, and then there's still some kind of backpedaling to but yeah, back to the status quo and everybody's happy. No, they really, with the ending, they really hammer it home like, yeah, change and life lesson. And I was honestly impressed that they went there, because it's mature. It's more mature than most happy endings are. Besides that, I also have to say, I recall from the original Wreck-It Ralph that it was an enjoyable movie, but especially Penelope was really like like this little spoiled brat, which was like, I want a race all the time. And I mean, in hindsight, in the first movie, you figure out why she has this obsession and that it's not her fault. But it's like, she is, in the first one, she is like, God damn it, girl, don't be so annoying. And Ralph is, But here, in the second one, I really liked Penelope. I could relate. I found her a lot more relatable and enjoyable. And I guess they switched places. Ralph, on the other hand, was a little bit harder to watch.
Honestly, they were both kind of hard to watch for me. I mean,
both movies, or in this movie, or
this movie.
Oh.
I first of all, I don't like Penelope at all. Since the first movie, it's not just because Sarah Silverman's voice is a fucking cheese grater on my ears. It's part of it.
I mean, the voice is still the same. That's
Shut
true.
up, Lauren.
And I mean,
No.
her design is also not good. I mean, she is supposed to look a little bit messy because her files got corrupted in the first movie. But yeah, with those random sprinkles in her hair, those asymmetrical pant legs, she looks ugly. I mean, design-wise, not.
My thing is just like I in this movie they both got improvements, but there was just the thing about it that I like so much about the movie, and I like their motivations, and I like what they were going for. I do think that that Ralph's motivation now and what he had to learn is a very organic thing from what he started with. Same with Penelope. If I had to imagine a continuation of these characters, these would be the continuations.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that's the thing. I don't like their dialogue in the movie. I feel like it was so fucking on the nose sometimes, and it reminded me that I'm watching a kid's movie. And it's like, I hate that they're telling this actually really mature and relatable story, but their dialogue sometimes goes into kindergarten levels for me.
Yeah, cannot really disagree with this one. But yeah, overall, I had a good time, found it very watchable. It's probably like Kingdom Hearts. You have to see the first one. I'm not sure if this one could stand alone, because
did you stay till the end?
Yes, I still to the end.
Also, did you see the character that I was talking about when I talked about this movie that looks exactly like you?
The character, you already talked about this movie?
Yeah, I talked about this movie.
On the AWKWARDCast?
Yes, on the AWKWARDCast.
Oops.
But did you remember the character? Did you see the character that I said, "Oh, look, Max is in the movie"?
No, which one?
It was Yas's assistant, maybe.
Oh.
The one that's voiced by a German YouTuber. Wears a vest, has short hair and glasses, and a long face. Heart. And completely hates every internet trend when he's talking about it.
Oh, shit.
It does, doesn't it? Are you going to show it on screen? Are you going to?
I'm going. Oh, this is zoomed in like hell. Zoom out. What?
It's Max! Isn't it, Lauren? Isn't it? You need like an iPad and be like,
Oh, that's wonderful.
oh my god, you need to cosplay as this character.
Damn it.
I saw it in the movie theaters. I was with Riley and Kichi, and we all kind of looked at each other, and we whispered, "That's Max, right?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, it is. It is." It just, I honestly though, when I saw that character, I thought there was still going to be a twist villain in the movie. I thought he was going to be the twist villain. A character never shown in the trailers, who is very sarcastic, is the second in command of the big guy.
And is German.
That wasn't going to be part of it, but you know what? That's not a bad byproduct. Maybe that's why they didn't make it. It's like, a German algorithm being the villain of this movie.
I
Twist
know,
is
right?
right.
Maybe that's why it took so long
that
for this
would
movie
be
to go to
it.
theaters.
Wait, what's that?
Hmm?
Okay, it has completely nothing to do with anything, but for some reason this popped just up in the same Google search. And I mean, I don't have too much more to say about this movie. I found it entertaining, but I would agree that yes, it is not. It has a little. It could go further in its tone, but and once again, the imaginative presentation of Online World is probably the best to date we have had in any movie, being it especially older movies who try to bring the internet to the big screen, to more recent stuff, which Emoji Movie or Player One, yeah. This one probably really has the best presentation of the internet, period. And now for this weird thing that just popped up.
Yeah.
It's them, but it's the background from Wreck-It Ralph.
Why?
I don't know, but it's here. Look,
Maybe-
here's this
maybe-
building and this mushroom, and here's a mushroom and this building. I don't know why, but it's.
It's telling us to watch more Miraculous Ladybug, now on Netflix, 3rd season showing.
I guess.
It's on the internet. It's now telling you to go to YouTube and watch the bootlegs.
all the French bootlegs.
Yes.
The time where I'm glad I took 4 years of French.
No, I took 1 year of French and I can understand it, which is good. So that
I
helps.
still have to wait for the translation to come out. But yeah, this was my media.
Oh, okay, I'm just going to say one more thing and we can go back to this, because I didn't say this when we did it. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't have a short film before the movie.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just saying that slightly. Maybe we're just spoiled, but I'm kind of disappointed because I really like the one before Incredibles 2. Some of the most imaginative stuff that comes out of Disney and Pixar these days, sometimes more imaginative than their actual movies, are the shorts. So I was like,
oh, Incredibles was the dumpling, wasn't it?
Bow.
the dumpling where you were like, what the?
The bow.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
disturbing as fuck.
Anyway, it's question
I
time.
got it. I don't get why so many people were in an uproar about it. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, it's so obvious.
No,
why?
Yeah,
I think it was more the mom ate her kid. That was the what the
Exactly.
fuck visual.
It's symbolism.
It's still a visual of a mom eating her kid of
Yes.
an anthropomorphic dumpling man with a goatee.
Because the thing was, it obviously was, the whole thing was to represent the fact that she didn't want the world to take her son away, so she thought, and so the toxic behavior of her consuming him.
Yeah, in
was
hindsight,
like,
I know
okay,
that,
if
but
we can't have you, nobody can, like, destroy. But
Lauren,
sorry.
the dumpling fucked a woman.
first of all, it starts earlier. She has a dumpling, is about to eat it, then vomits it out, and it is suddenly a sentient being. This is the first mindfuck.
That's some Steven Universe spit right there.
Yeah, okay, we are kind of
Whatever, I
used to it
think
due to Steven
fucking
Universe.
weird. I've seen too many weird things for Bao to just, I couldn't come across me as weird anymore.
It caught me off guard. I was there to watch The Incredibles, a family-friendly Disney movie and not a war movie.
It was so funny in the theater. We'll get to questions, don't worry. But we were in the movie theater. Me, British Ninja, Emerald, and Max. And I'm sitting next to Max, and Bao is on, and we're just watching it. And I could just hear. This short made Max have audible reactions. So it's like when the dumpling came to life, he was like, I could just hear, what? And then when she ate the dumpling again, it's just like, what the fuck? And I heard another person in the movie theater being like, huh? And then when it revealed that it was her son all along, someone in the audience was like, oh.
You see, there you go. Oh.
Just a very British, oh.
Oh, dear.
Okay. But yeah, that was great. Anyway, questions.
Nothing on Twitter.
Nothing on Twitter. You're not popular on Twitter, Lauren. I'm sorry. But you're popular on Discord.
That's okay. I'll take what I can get.
The Tech Conspiracist Cat asks, everyone's had that moment when they are doing something simple and somehow end up screwing up a situation completely, only to realize how bad it is 2 seconds after there's no fixing it. Anyways, my question is, how long do you take to take care of your hair daily? I feel like there's a story behind that, Charlie, and I would love to know. Because this sounds like the equivalent of those fucking videos on YouTube where a girl straightening her hair and the hair falls out because she had the straighteners on too long.
Yeah, when she like burns it so bad it like singes off the hair, and it's like, first of all, she went way too hard on very thin hair. You just don't do that.
Oh, tell us, beauty guru Lauren. But how long do you have the longest hair out of all of us, actually? So how long do you take to get that mane into shape?
This curly thing here.
It actually only takes me about 10 minutes to curl my hair. Well, it used to take me like 20 when I was trying to figure out, because I don't have one of those clamping curling irons. I have ones that's just a wand, so you have to wrap it around, and some of those things come with like a glove. You have
Those
to wear.
things sound fucking dangerous. You're just putting your hand near a giant metal coil.
I've burned myself plenty of times, but that was when I was first trying to get used to it, because I could gauge where my hand was in a proximity to where the wand was sometimes. So even when looking in a mirror, because you're looking at everything backwards, right? So anyway, but no, it only takes me about 10 minutes with my hair now.
Oh, well, beautiful. Max, I know your hair care routine must take forever, so how long do you take?
So, after having taken a shower, which is like shampoo in, shampoo out, then towel, and then...
and then stare into...
then stare into the abyss for about 10 minutes, and then, dry.
Basically, yeah.
Let me show you guys exactly what my hair care routine is every morning. It's mind blowing. So I just need to get my hair into a more bedheady form. Is that good enough? Yeah, there we go. And then
so
done.
no washing whatsoever. I'm very glad to know this now.
Okay, no, I'm just talking about getting out of bed. Taking a shower is outside of this situation. If I'm taking a shower, it usually, of the entire span of the shower time, washing the hair usually takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And you wouldn't think that with how little hair I have, but little is a relative term. My hair is really, really thick. So if I don't wash it correctly, there's just a giant layer of oil at the bottom of my hair. And no one wants that. No one wants to be around an oily Italian. That's already the default of hanging out with an Italian. So we try our best to not be that default. And I usually just let my hair air dry because I don't own a hair dryer. So it's just kind of like...
I mean, you live in California.
Hair air dry. Usually I let hair air dry when it's hot, but then when it's really cold, I have to blow dry it. Oh wait, Mario said the same thing. Okay. But I'm like, yeah, that's how I do it.
But yeah, you live in California, so I guess you can air dry around the year.
Yeah, I don't blow. I only blow dry if I'm at a hotel or if I'm visiting someone that has a hair dryer. Because I do actually like blow drying my hair, because then my hair... People wonder why I make my OCs have big, giant, floopy hair. If I actually blow dry my hair poofs up like a fucking puffball. So it's just kind of like... But no one ever sees that power because air dry my hair so it goes kind of more flat. So like Shaggy, I am only using 0.1% of my power. Also, yes.
It's even funnier when you say that when he's down the street from me.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, she lives down the street from the meme.
He hasn't killed me yet, so I must be in his good graces.
She lives down the street from the actor who plays Shaggy. Yes, Morpheus, I am Italian. That's 2 questions now. Anyway, so Enigma Prince asks to Abby, why do people keep asking us hair questions? Okay, Enigma, you're getting your question asked later.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Is it Mary? I'm sorry,
okay.
I mispronounced your username. Sorry. Anyway.
Cosplaying Deadly Kraken asks to me, and I guess to anyone else who has seen these dogs, which of Jenna's dogs is the best? Thanks, Denim. Kermit, obviously, followed by Marbles, and then Peach, because Peach is the youngest, so she's in last place. Though technically Kermit would be in last place because he's the middle child. But Kermit is...
Keyframe,
what?
Big fan of Ted Bundy as well as the degenerated dogs.
It is not first of all, degenerated dogs? Excuse me, mister. I need to find that picture of the group picture of the dog so that way we can put it up in the chat. I want to just ask the chat here and now, do these look like degenerate dogs to you?
Where is it now? Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake, new Skype, I hate you. Not that I needed to mention this, but I really hate you. Okay, bringing it up on the big screen.
Look at these puppies. Do they look like degenerates to you?
Look at those puppers.
Yeah, so from left to right, you got Kermit, then the small one is Marbles, and then the brown one is Peach. So, Lauren, if you just had to look at these dogs for a second, which one would you say is the best dog?
They're all good. They're all good girls and boys. So
you have to pick one. Which one lives and the rest dies?
God, why must you do that to me? I don't know. For me, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like a kinship to Peach.
Oh, so the girl lives. Okay. What about you, Max? If you had to pick one of these dogs to live, and the rest gets sent to the back room, which one lives?
Currently trying to find typical Kermit pictures.
Oh, what? You mean you can't find ones in the abundance that I put in the chat on a normal basis?
Oh, wait, that would have been the right place to look. Oh my god, Kermit has its own Twitter.
Yes, I think all 3 of them do. I mean, there's a fucking YouTube channel called J&J Memes that pretty much just makes videos compilating the time that Kermit's a nasty boy.
But yeah, since I don't know anything about those dogs, I would not know. I just know that Kermit apparently has a few dysfunctions going on there.
He literally does. He has Cushing's disease. But no, look, if these 3 dogs came up to your stoop and you could only house one for the night and the other 2 have to sleep in the rain, which one would you bring inside?
Why do you have to put them into such terrible situations?
Because you know what? If I put him in a safe situation, he wouldn't pick. Because he hates all 3 of these dogs.
I have not enough foundation to hate all 3 of them.
Kermit
is the only one where I'm like, okay, this dog is...
a problem child.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Kermit can stay with me. I'll take care of the crying child.
You do that. I take the red hat.
Oh, poor Marbles.
No, Marbles can go to Lauren.
Okay, Lauren, you get the Chihuahua.
Okay, that's fine.
You get the Chihuahua with no teeth, who can't eat food out of a dish. He has to eat his food on the floor.
Wait, he also has no teeth? What is Jenna doing to her dogs?
No. Okay, first, lesson. The Marbles, the Chihuahua, is 10 years old, and Chihuahuas later in life, when they're senior dogs, have teeth problems, so they have to get their teeth taken out or they're in extreme pain. And the same thing goes to Italian Greyhounds. Those are 2 breeds that come with a lot of dental issues, so Kermit doesn't have a lot of teeth either. Peach has all of her teeth, because Peach is perfect. But, but yeah, Marbles has absolutely no teeth. Is just a 10-year-old senior dog who doesn't know how to apparently eat out of a dish or sit on hard surfaces.
Oh.
What a precious boy. But anyway, from dogs. Ask Awkward from Enigma Royal Prince. So recently, in the vast corners of the internet, there have been a surge of Shaggy memes where he is powerful in taking down incredible threats like Thanos. Key, if you have seen such a meme, which one is your favorite? And can you extrapolate on how powerful Shaggy Rogers really is? I'm going to open this up to the table, because just because I am the aficionados of the do here does not mean that people who are normies cannot bask and extrapolate the powerfulness that is Norville Shaggy Rogers. So, I'm just gonna say this though. This fucking meme's been around since mid last year.
Is this where he takes down the rockers, or which was the one that started it all?
I mean, this is the clip that started it all. Keep in mind, I think this movie where he has this clip has been out since maybe 2015.
I think it actually said like 2011. I think it was like the fan
wow.
So
it's been out for a fucking long time. But no, then in mid last year they started photoshopping like Shaggy punching Dragon Ball Z characters and shit, and they used pictures. Yeah, they used poses from this, and also like a Batman Brave and the Bold episode where him and Scooby-Doo beat up the Joker. So it's like.
So did this one really happen, or was this one also made up?
No, the Phantasaur one is complete. Oh, this is someone's Photoshop from a picture that happened.
No, I mean, was the punching of the Joker.
The Joker. That is real too. That is canonical.
This happened in Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
Yes.
This happened in Brave and the Bold, and that entire biker scene is completely canon. And they even point out in the movie, that because the whole plot is that Shaggy gets hypnotized to be brave, so like hypnosis therapy, but they don't know the trigger word anymore for how to do it. So he's completely scared. And they point out, Shaggy, hypnosis can't make you do what you can't already do.
Exactly.
So Shaggy's actually a super fucking strong boy whose only imposing restriction on his strength is the fact that he's a fucking chicken. So it's like
he has all the potential. He has the capability. He just doesn't act on it unless he has no inhibitions holding him back.
Yeah, I mean, but it also makes kind of sense. I mean, just think of all he must be fit as hell. He eats a lot without being fat, which means that he actually has a very good and strong metabolism. And we see him constantly running around while half of the time carrying around a Danish dog. So he has a very good workout routine, so I'm not surprised.
You want to know some fun facts about Mr. Rogers? This has been canonical since 1969. He's an actual professional gymnast. He was on his school and university's gymnast and track team. In the pilot episode, that's how they get into the fucking museum. He does like a fucking front lunge into the fucking museum through a 2-story window. And it is also canonical that he is an Olympian runner for the American track team.
See?
This is all fucking canon. And I think in the movie, before this movie where he beats up the guards, he was able single-handedly to shake down the bars of a jail cell because he was just so scared. So it's just like...
Yeah, he's a strong
boy.
He's
not human. He is not human in any way, shape, or form. And I fucking love the new interview things that they just take screenshots from the... And apparently, Matthew Lillard has seen this because there's apparently a subreddit called Badass Shaggy, and he tweeted out, "Please do not let this die," and link the Badass Shaggy Reddit.
Matt Lillard keeps retweeting all of these memes and posts. He's like so for the whole possibility of Shaggy being in Mortal Kombat that he's totally running with it. And I think one of the best memes that I saw was what was it? Like, Shaggy won't ever be in Mortal Kombat. And they're like, why is that? It's like, it's in the name, Mortal Kombat. He's immortal.
But here's my idea. This is my idea. And if Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr. see this, please, because Freddie, I know that you were in the Star Wars Rogue show. Please do some kind of video with each other where it is Freddie Prinze Jr. Star Wars man versus Shaggy at 0.5% power and fucking kill each other. The internet will love you. Put Megalovania in the background if you want. I don't know. Someone actually did do a Megalovania remake, but instead of Sans, it's Shaggy.
Like burning in hell.
But yes, Enigma, I fully approve this meme. It is the only January meme that is not fucking stupid. Because it's not a January meme. It's been around for a year, almost half a year now. It ain't dying. But there you go. Next question. Let's see. Meme making shit posting wolf. Yeah. Well, Lauren, there's a new tradition that we've had since you've last been on the show.
Okay.
We have a good friend named Wolfhead, does content. We're not putting a link to your stuff in the description. Who makes a certain type of question every week for us. He's such a good boy. At the end of the day, we will decide which band is the worst band. Fuck, marry, kill. Nickelback, Smash Mouth, and Coldplay. Go nuts.
Oh, God. Nickelback and Coldplay.
Yeah, here's the thing. I want to do the conversation that was right below this. Is that another WishKit, another person in our server, was like, Coldplay isn't that bad, you know. And then I said, Coldplay is a weird way to write Simple Plan. So part of me wants to switch out Coldplay with Simple Plan because this would make it a lot more fun. But we'll stick to the original question. Anyways.
But yeah, question of course also goes out to everybody watching. Fuck, marry, kill. Nickelback, Smash Mouth, Coldplay. Also, we should figure out, are we talking about, do you, for example, marry/fuck the entire band, as in all the members, or is the band a manifestation in form of a single person and then you have to stick with this one person?
Let's stick with the lead singer. It's either we stick with the lead singer or we take a manifestation of their music and make a personification based off that.
I would say let's go with the latter, because otherwise it's like, I hate the music, but this.
That's a great point, because you know what? I'd probably change my opinion on Smash Mouth if I had to pick about the lead singer, because the lead singer just looks like Guy Fieri with black hair, and I'm not into that Flavor Town. Thank you very much.
So no, it's the spirit of the band personified in a fuck/bury/killable person.
In a weird amalgamation of typography.
Yes.
But Lauren, you're our special guest today, our Miss Music Girl, whose name is even a music reference. What's your fuck, marry, kill of Nickelback, Smash Mouth, and Coldplay?
Gotta Smash Mouth.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, just because I really don't like Nickelback, marry Coldplay, kill Nickelback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can just tolerate Coldplay. Okay. Yeah,
you can tolerate Coldplay.
Just like I can at least compare it. I don't like Nickelback, so.
Okay. Well, what about you, Max? You have the most, I'll say, eclectic taste in music, Mr. Nightcore liker. But
the problem is, I know that I know all three of them, but I can only remember like for Nickelback, only somebody once told me for Smash Mouth, and I cannot even recall anything from Coldplay. I know that I know them, and I know that I like songs from them, but I cannot even recall a thing. What's their greatest song? Somebody help me. What's Coldplay?
I mean,
they got Clocks. They got Sky Full of Stars.
The names don't help. You need to give me the melody.
Okay. There's also, hang on, let me think. Okay,
yes, that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Viva La Vida. Why can't I?
Viva Loca.
No, that is not. That is
inside. No, okay.
World. Da, 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 da. Yeah, there you go. This is our way of not getting kicked off, copyright ID by YouTube. I could give you the Nightcore version of it, because apparently there's a Nightcore version of Rockstar by Nickelback.
There is one of everything.
This sounds awful. This sounds so awful.
I don't know. I have the feeling I will be unimaginative. Smash Mouth is like the party, something like he's fuckable. I have the feeling that I will go with the. Oh my god, there is a Nightcore version of Rockstar.
Rockstar is the only song by Nickelback that I tolerate.
Oh, this is a commercial.
And this is.
Okay.
And now you made it bad.
Wait, I need you guys to be part of this, obviously.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, I need to screen share.
Yeah, this anime with the broken leg.
Oh yeah, I know this song. Yeah, but yeah, here's the thing. So Smash Mouth, I have to agree with Lauren. They are probably a very fun person for fucking. But Nickelback is a little bit more. Wait, what did you do? You married? Who did you marry again?
Who did I?
Coldplay.
You married Coldplay. Yeah, I have the feeling I will marry Nickelback then, because they have frames and stuff, and Coldplay. I already forgot them, so I will not be sad about them if they die. So.
Look at this graph.
Why am I only seeing the fucking YouTube thing?
I needed to share. So you guys can
you
hear
stop?
the audio.
I can't see us.
You can really click around. You will find me somewhere.
Yes. You must have a different window.
No, I see you in the corner, but
Yeah.
I can't click on you. I can only see this.
bigger. Oh yeah.
I can't.
Okay.
Like it literally says I can't. It says mute or remove from call.
No. Okay, let's do this then. That should be better.
There we go.
That's,
Yay!
That's the only way how I can keep audio sharing on. Great, sing you Skype.
Yeah. Anyway, so my choices.
Oh boy.
Oh, so, God, now we're just seeing infinite walls. How do we stop that? Like, this is what the screen looks like for me right now. Like, that's what the screen looks like, man.
Yeah, that's what it looks like for me.
Oh, that's lovely. Cool.
Yes. Welcome to see my
welcome
world.
Welcome to New Skype. But no, kill Nickelback. I think that's just the easy option. I don't think I could stand being around or being fucked by someone with a voice that sounds like the guy from Creed, but worse. like I hate Nickelback so much, and I don't understand how they're still making music and still making money.
So, leaves fuck and marry.
Okay.
Will you be just the same as Lauren, or will you be the contrarian and
you know what?
And settle down with Smash Mouth?
I'm going to fuck Coldplay, because you know why? I didn't like them in the beginning, but they've improved a lot more. I like more of their newer stuff now. They win the most improved sticker. So I'm going to be fucking someone with wisdom that has been through the trials, been through the rodeo, and is now a better person. Smash Mouth has always been good. So I'm going to just settle down with Smash Mouth, because...
You are such a Jax film trash.
No, here's the thing. If you actually put All-Star aside, fucking Smash Mouth is just the soundtrack of the 2000s. Because I can't because like fucking, they did All-Star, they did I'm a Believer, they did 2 songs for the Cat in the Hat live action movie, their crown achievement right there, and they were a guest star on What's New Scooby-Doo. Well, also Simple Plan was too, but we're not going to talk about that. So, yeah, I'll marry Smash Mouth. At least it seems like a very fulfilling life filled with steel drums and beach rock. And hey, if the rumors are true that him and Guy Fieri are the same person, I'm also going to get very well fed.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my answer. Ha! People thought I would just fuck Smash Mouth. No, I'm in it for the long haul with Smash Mouth. I'm an all-star. I'll get my game on go. Oh my god.
Please stop. You know how you make the where you lead this to, right?
To an awkward situation.
Pretty much. Now it's not the last word. How do we solve this? Lauren, say the name of the show.
It's the AWKWARDCast.
Close enough.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random craps. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. It's the awkward. Artwork and analysis which you do not want to miss on awkward.